Mr. Prosecutor Attorney Dan Smith, appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Justice Strong on behalf of Mr. Cameron Harley and who is standing to my right.
Okay, this was a date and time set for a final trial. This is for 2 counts of domestic violence. Do we have the complaining witnesses here?
Your Honor, at this time, complaining witness is not here. But at this time, Your Honor, I would ask that this matter be adjourned. I have received an email from Detective Booth in this case that charges of be filed in relation to witness interference. Detective Booth has been working on that. We haven't, she hasn't sent those over to our office yet, but those are forthcoming. It was identified later that the witness received a few text messages from the defendant, and based off those text messages, she has not appeared in court. So we ask that this matter be set for another final pretrial to see if we can, if those charges are going to be forthcoming, or looking to Detective Booth to issue those charges to our office.
Your Honor, we would object to that approach just based on the fact that Attorney Smith did communicate with us on April 7th about these charges that were supposed to be forthcoming. There is nothing that would prevent him from refiling these charges if those charges actually do get filed. I would ask the court to consider dismissing this case today, absent a cooperative complaining witness.
Where's the report? If there was alleged text messages, why didn't I get a report for a bond violation?
Your Honor, the text messages that were sent, I think, a few days before the case had been initiated.
Oh, okay. This has been indeed since March.
So, a few days before they had been initiated.
What are the nature of these alleged text messages?
The text messages, allegedly, Your Honor, is something to the effect of defendant says to the witness, why are you talking to the pretrial services people? She says, quit texting me. And then defendant says something to the nature of, you're a fool. She says, you're going to end up in jail. And then he says back to her, you're going to end up dead. So
That's why. Was there allegations of threats?
yes.
Okay.
And that text message came from his phone number. You've been able to identify that.
Well, it's alleged at this point, correct? Because that's the whole point, that there's going to be charges issued. So yeah, I would imagine the allegations are that it came from.
And it has his name. She says Cameron in the text message.
And that person does refute in response in that text message, who's Cameron.
But then he goes on later to say something else afterwards. So again, I think it's pretty clear that
He goes and say something else afterwards about what? About who Cameron is?
about ending up dead. That comes after the Cameron. So
Okay, so you got a report about text messages?
Well, these text messages were included in the discovery, Your
Okay.
Honor, from the very inception of this case.
Got it, okay. And have you had contact with the alleged victim since the issuing of this case?
he has not been cooperative with our office. I believe Detective Booth, which is here today, if you would like, I could call her.
Please. Is that?
They couldn't find files.
Oh, gosh. Is this-
Or swearing in your honor.
You swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. Okay, you can have a seat. Okay, this is just in reference to whether or not there's an active investigation or potential charges for additional or for witness interference against this defendant.
Okay.
Thank you. Short notice. I didn't know this was gonna happen today, but we're gonna talk about a case that we previously spoke about relating some witness interference. Detective Booth, are you currently employed?
Yes,
Where are you employed?
with the city of Lansing as a police officer, currently assigned as a detective.
And how long have you been a detective there?
Since September of 2025.
And were you working in that capacity in January this year?
Yes,
Okay, and there come a time where you were involved in a domestic violence incident, or you investigated the domestic violence incident.
yes,
And could you tell us the nature of that incident?
yes. I was assigned a case where a female was assaulted in the city of Lansing. She advised that she was assaulted by two people, one of which was a prior boyfriend.
And do you know the name of that person?
Yes, she provided the name of Cameron Conley Embry.
Do you have you had an opportunity to see a picture of that individual, or would you recognize, or have you come into contact with the individual you just named?
I have seen a photo of him for his Michigan driver's license, but I have not seen him in person.
Is that person present, and the person that you saw on the driver's license, is that person present in court today?
Yes, he's standing to my left wearing a blue shirt and a black jacket.
Let the record reflect the witnesses identified as defendant.
Any objection to that? No. It's noted for the purpose.
At some point, is there a time that you did a follow-up investigation regarding some text messages that that witness received?
Yes.
Can you describe that for us?
Yes, I was contacted by the victim and the witness and provided two separate screenshots, one of which came from a cell phone number that was described to be Mr. Conley Embry's cell phone number. The other was an unknown phone number with no record.
And do you recall the nature of that text message?
Both messages essentially implied that the witness and the victim should not have contacted the prosecutor regarding this incident without looking at them. I don't want to speak to exactly what it said.
I'll pull them up. If I pulled you up and showed you a copy of those text messages, you can remember
Yes.
without question of recollection. Your Honor,
Yes.
that you view on the screen there, what is that? Well, let me give you an opportunity to just read over it.
This is my police report, my police report transcribing what the text messages said.
Read the text message.
Yes. So The first one was the text message from a number that I was unable to locate ownership records for. I couldn't tell who the phone number belonged to. The first message was from the sender. It states, "You weird for calling that lawyer and pretrial lady. Promise you gon' regret it, watch." The victim responds, "Leave me alone." The sender says, "Say less," and then sends a second message that says, "My people got yo mom address where yo son go to school at and yo sis crib. Watch this and you fucking on a nigga that watch you get beat TF up by some girls and ain't help break it up and laughed about it. Clown ass, you a goofy." The victim then says, "Cameron, stop texting my phone threatening me. You're only gonna make things worse for yourself." The sender then says, "Who is Cam? And I'm done. All action watch," with a peace sign emoji. The victim then says, "You gonna be in prison, LMAO, good luck." The sender then says, "And you gonna be dead, bum fat bitch. Watch what I tell Dom next."
And based off of that, that text message, what did you do next? What happened next? When can you see when you received or do you recall the time when the witness came into your office to convey this to you?
I received that via an Axon community link, so it was uploaded to me from a link that I sent her.
So since then, have you been able to investigate the crime? This text message exchange? Tell us about your investigation of the text message.
So
I don't need her to go into detail about her investigation. I just need to know, are there going to be additional charges pending?
yes,
Okay, where are we in the process with the pending?
it is in the process of being submitted to Carpel at this time.
What's his name?
Coming to all. Carpel is the case management system.
In the process of being submitted, what is that mean?
So I completed my report and collected the screenshots as well as the original report. I created a separate case file that was sent to our administrative assistant, who then uploads it to the platform that we utilize to transport cases to the prosecutor's office.
Okay, so it's not been transported yet, is what you're saying?
No, it's pending.
Okay. Did you have any questions?
Do you? You said your name is Detective Booth?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you ever make contact with the complaining witness?
Can you provide a name? I'm sorry.
I think her name's Yamala.
Yes.
Okay. And when you made contact with her, did she give you a description of what had happened?
So are you referring to the text message incident or the assault incident?
I'm talking about the assault incident.
Yes.
Okay. Did those statements eventually change? What she told you originally, did that change over time?
Yes.
Okay. So when you received the text messages, how were you confident that those text messages came from my client, Mr. Conley?
So I was confident that the messages from his cell phone number came from him because it would be reasonable to believe that a person who owns a cell phone is the one sending messages.
Okay.
The second message from the number that was unidentified, in reading between the two messages, there was similar lingo, similar abbreviations. So that's how I drew that conclusion.
Okay, so notwithstanding the fact that the complaining witness changed her story to you and recanted her original statement, you were confident that person you had never met.
Objection.
What's your objection?
I don't think there's any foundation to say she can't. You said it changed. You never said it can't. So lack of foundation is my
Well, I think this line of questions has been asked and answered. Any additional questions? Said she was confident that this, you can get into recantation and all that stuff if this case moves, those cases move forward, but that's not what she was called for here today. I literally just wanted to know if there was other charges pending.
Okay.
And that.
And what is the impediment to those charges being pending for this entire time? Why is it taking so long? Do you know?
So I am, as I stated, a relatively new detective. I was unaware that a completely new case file needed to be drawn for this. So it was added to the original report, which I believe would be my mistake, that it has kind of been in limbo for this amount of time. When it was brought to my attention that it needed to be made into a new case file, I did that immediately. So it could be my fault.
And when did that happen?
What
You
part?
created this new case file.
That was created, I believe, on May 6th. It could be the 5th or the 6th.
So sometime last week.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Any other questions? Thank you, Detective. Your motion to adjourn this matter is granted.
Your Honor, there's a co-defendant in this case. We're asking that matter also be, I mean, we can address it right now or later, but Glover,
Chelsea Glover. Is the co-defendant?
yes.
State of Michigan versus Chelsea Glover, 26-00500. You're Chelsea Glover?
Yes.
Your office is representing both defendants?
Yes, and so Joseph is attorney.
Appearance, please.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy, Ms. Glover. Assistant Prosecutor Attorney Dan Smith, appearing on behalf of the people.
Okay, so this matter was scheduled today for final pretrial, and based on testimony and other information brought before the court today, there is allegations of witness tampering, at least as it relates to Cameron Conley Embry, and some messages that allegedly went out to the protected party, and as a result, the protected party has failed to appear today. The people have made a motion to adjourn this matter to allow the detective to make meaningful contact with the protected party, and the defense for Mr. Embry has requested the case be dismissed without prejudice. And so now you're brought up to speed. There's now a request, because I have granted, since getting the information, the request to reset this case because there are pending witness interference charges, which likely would explain why Ms. Yamale, is her name allegedly? Okay, why she would not be here today. Versus dismissing this so that it could all be reissued potentially with a new witness interference case that's already in the pending process. And so I was then notified that this is a co-defendant case. So that would involve your client's case as well. Did you want to respond?
Yes, Your Honor. These allegations, I would not object to an adjournment. Just I would like to be able to view these texts, and have a chance to be able to respond to them.
You've not seen the text?
I don't
Because
believe that.
your co-counsel has seen them, and you all work in the same office.
I'm not sure that they're included in her case.
Okay.
If they're alleged to have come from him.
Yes. So
Okay, so
Sorry,
your co-counsel has the text messages. So absolutely, you have every right to review them. Who knows where they alleged, one of them, I believe, was alleged to have come from a number associated with Mr. Embry. The other alleged to have come from an unknown individual. I'm not sure why they would not have put this information in the co-defendant file. They don't know who the unknown number is.
I believe it was from like a text app, so.
Got it, okay.
We're still doing some investigation.
Okay, so Mr. Hardy should at least have that information, especially as it impacts his client's ability to move forward today. Your objection is noted on the record, obviously overruled, because I'm resetting it for the interest of judicial economy, and we don't have the victim here because the co-defendant is alleged to have tampered with the witness. So both of these matters will be reset. May 26th at 8. May 26th, 8 a.m. Let's see. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
I think it will get you new notices to appear.